Welcome to another Team Solemn Circus video. Today we have a very fun duel coming on. I guess kind of fun. On the right side we have Floowandereeze, everyone's favorite shifter deck, beating the anti-tier up with that shifter. And then on the right side, or I guess on the left side here, my bad, we actually have branded Bestial Buster Blader. I remember I played Buster Blader when Dragoon was still legal, and you could just go into Dragoon with your combo and have your monsters set up like the Buster Dragon Lock, Dragoon, or DPE, I guess. Um, I miss Verte personally, but I understand why should not be legal. Card's kind of busted. But the Buster Blader deck is pretty cool. It's interesting how they wrap each other inside. But yeah, going into the gameplay, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, helps out the channel a lot. If you guys want to see any of these decks, let me know in the comment section below, and I will definitely try to feature them some more. Yeah, so now into the gameplay, we're going to activate the map here. So we see Floowandereeze Dreadfleet going first. They're going to reveal the Toucan, banishing the Rubina. And then we're going to activate simply the Toucan, because if they activate the Rubina as Chainlink 2, the Toucan will not be able to add itself back. Or I guess the Toucan will not be able to get that normal summon because the Rubina is adding itself, right? You have to complete A, then B. So here we're going to see the Toucan add back the Rubina. Then we're going to be able to immediately normal summon the Rubina, activating the effect here. I guess we're teaching you about flu rulings that you never thought you'd have to do here, eh? We're going to search for that barrier statue. Does that mean we have Eaglin in hand? Let me immediately normal summon. No, we have the M-Pen in hand. So we're going to, summon the M-Pen, then he's going to read the M-Pen. Shout out to Brad, He's actually one of our judges here. So he's coming back into the game, playing the game. Making sure he reads all the card effects like a good judge. Good player too. Always read your cards. Make sure you know what your opponent's cards do. Here we're gonna search for the trap, and we just show him the trap because that's how we do around here. We know he's gonna need to read it, so why not read it right now? Then we're gonna immediately normal summon the statue, and then we're gonna activate the effect here because we forgot to do it on the summon of M-Pen. We were too busy explaining the cards. And he's reading it and making sure that what they do. We're going to set one mystery card. I wonder what trap card that's going to be. And pass. Here you're going to start off with a Prosperity. So you have to banish for cost here. He's only playing one of the Synchro Dragons. I know he's definitely not going to banish that one. I think he's playing two there. That makes sense. Maybe three, I think I saw as well. I think he's banishing one of them, though. That's quite interesting. And I know that he's playing Dogmatic of Punishment, so we're going to see some of those being hit as well, I think. Going for 6 here, we see Shadal Beast, Dogmatic of, not Dogmatic of Punishment, we see the Dogmatic Ecclesia, two branded openings it looks like, and then we see the Buster Blader spell and the Buster Blader trap, and yeah, here he's going to organize his cards because, Power Prosperity does say put them in the bottom deck in any order, which it does matter sometimes. Then we hit him with the D-Shifter as well, so Prosperity is going to banish that. Well, Prosperity should be banished there, but not really make a difference. So normal summon the effect of the Whelp, and then we're going to be able to activate the effect of our map. Because we normal summon, we're going to normal summon the Rubina. Chainlink 1 is going to be that. And I don't think we're Chainlink 2ing anything. Our Chainlink 2 is going to be the Toucan here. So here's going to get to finish the chain because, the chain builds by I activate my effect and he activates his effect. So my map already went off my normal summon the monster, and then on a separate chain it's going to activate the effects. So here on the chain he's going to be able to search for the trap card, I believe. We see 2 Destruction in this deck as well. Destruction Flash, which he is going to search for here. Then our new chain is going to activate. We're going to activate. We already declared them, so it's fine. He knows what we're doing. He doesn't have any interaction there, so we're going to search for the Eaglin, ask for the effect, normal summon the Eaglin. Trying to go as fast as possible for this. Most likely getting with that Ryza. Then we're going to be tribute summoning for the Apex Avian that we already had in hand. I actually changed that since then. I've put the Apex Avian in the side deck, showing our whole hand here. He's going to enter battle phase and he's going to attack. We're going to read it like, what are you doing that for? Trying to clear his board. Very interesting. So here we see he's just looking at, I think he has 3 or 4 trap cards in his hand. He's going to set a couple of them, or 3 of them there, and pass. So we're going to draw for turn. We are in an excellent game state. We do not know what those cards face down are, though. We're going to activate a Duality off the top. We see a Stree, a Raigeki, as well as the Advent. Advent will help us dodge some of those hand traps, or some trap cards. You know, there is trap cards that target. Like, for example, Dogmatic Punishment, a great example of why Advent's a crazy card. Here we're going to activate the map effect, revealing the Robina, banishing most likely a Stree, so we have all in rotation here. And now, essentially, we have two tributes a turn, pretty much. Especially if we go for double M-Pen there. We are running out of zones, though. We're going to see the normal summon of the Toucan, adding back the Eaglin. Then we're going to be tribute summoning out for the Ryza. Ryza effect's going to activate, as well as chaining one of the monsters. We do have to declare targets. So we target 1 on field, 1 in the graveyard, as well as an additional card on the field. The first 2 are going to go to the top of the deck, and then the third is going to go into the hand. They need to rewrite Ryza. It's super complicated, especially if you're a brand new player. It gets wild. That's just my personal opinion on it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe me and a judge just don't really know Yu-Gi-Oh that much, but I think it could be written a lot easier. Same thing with Snow, the Dark World monster, not the Fairy Tale Snow. That one's pretty direct. So here we're going to target the Shifter, one of the back row cards, and then the third card is going to be the targeting of the back row to go to the hand as well. It's going to resolve, and then it's going to get put on the top of the deck here. So, you know, we did get one of those 2 of the face downs. We're leaving 1 left. We're going to normal summon the Eaglin, activating the effect here, searching for a second M-Pen. But we don't need to tribute summoning this. I don't think we're going to. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, here we go. That makes sense. We're under Shifter, so we're going to tribute summon using the M-Pen. M-Pen effect's going to activate, being able to add the unexplored winds here. That makes sense. Because, you know, we're going to be able to, we have Toucan already in rotation, so we can add back that M-Pen at any time. Here we're going to activate the effect of the unexplored winds, being able to draw 2 cards, bring back the birds we've already used, and we already have in rotation. We're enter battle phase, swing over for some whole lot of damage here. I think this is game. It is game. So here we're going to go into game 2 here. I guess Flu can OTK. I mean, I had the stones. I had everything there. There was nothing else I could have searched for, right? We had all the big monsters. We had all the little birds in rotation. We had an Advent to dodge any of those trap cards like Dogmatic Punishment, and just, I mean, I'm glad it wasn't like one of those trap cards that did a lot of stuff. That would have been pretty brutal, but, you know, we did have the Bear Touch on the field, so it kind of stops the Buster Blader stuff. You know, it is not a wind, so they cannot summon it. Siding for rogue strategies like this are always interesting. Like we're gonna side out 3 cards here, and we're putting in 3 cards, 3 trap cards that we're putting in our evenly matches here, going second. So we're in total here with our evenly matches. We have 3 Lightning Storms in the deck. We have 3 evenly matches in the deck. We have 3 Regekis in the deck. I think we stand a pretty good chance here. We're trying out different Master Duel music today as well. If you guys can hear it in the background. The deck that I'm actually currently watching with air quotes is kind of interesting. It's like Neos, Hero, Future Fusion, Crystal Beast. I don't even know what to describe it. It's kind of funny. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys want me to do some Master Duel content too. I'm going to be doing some in the new year, but or I guess this year, but we shall see. And it's back into the video. We do see something fall, unfortunately. That's the charger port. We see Prosperity. He's just banishing for cost here. I'm sorry about that. Technical malfunctions will not happen in the future after a few more of these recordings. I think it's happened twice at that locals, but we're going to see him add the Dogmatic of Punishment out of those Prosperity targets there. We're going to be using a new system that doesn't require that charger to be taped on. We're going to see a normal summon of Alubra the Doober. Searching for the Branded Fusion. Amazing card. Branded Budget's going to come back too, by the way, in this year. We got to prepare for competitive. So you're going to activate the Branded Fusion. We do not have the Ash Blossom here. So here he's going to be able to send. Going to send the Albaz, obviously. And here you can send some of his lights. I believe it's a light target off of the... I believe the little Buster Blader guys are lights. He's going to send the destructive one. The one that stops you. If I get Buster locked, holy, that does nothing. There's nothing for my deck. Going for Lubellion, Lubellion effect's going to activate, fusing it away, making the Mirror Jade here. He's going to activate the Nadir Servant. Sending the App Cologne. Unfortunately, I don't think he knows that Shaddoll stuff doesn't really do much against us. We don't special summon. Maybe he doesn't have anything else to change for it, right? I don't know. He's going to be sending the same card he searched for to Graveyard off that App Cologne. And yeah. Going to activate the Prologue here, sending the Buster Blader and a Trap card to the Graveyard. That's not Destruction, by the way. I don't remember its name. My bad. For that, summoning out the Buster Dragon. Turning all my winged beasts into dragons. They're not that powerful. Then he's going to be able to banish, diffuse, going into the Buster Blader Fusion monster. Then he's going to be activating the Schism. Unfortunately, he can just activate the card. He doesn't have to activate the card effect. So it is a legal activation here, I believe. We are going to Dark Ruler here. So, it does not turn the Mirror Jade Send off, but it does stop its effects. We are going to be able to have our Buster Bladers. The Buster Blader is no longer going to be, negating all the card effects because the Buster Dragon also is turning all of our winged beasts not into dragons. Then here we're going to activate the map effect. Or we're going to activate the map. And it looks like we're trying to see what that last card is. Alright, we're going to activate the effect of map, or revealing the Eaglin. I don't know why I placed it in the field. Banishing the Robina here. And we're immediately normal summon. Was that Witch's Strike? No, it can't be. It has to be Dogmatic Punishment. I know what he has. That's correct. So here we're going to be normal. We're going to get the Eaglin on the field. Chainlink 1. Chainlink 2 is going to be Robina. We do have the... what's it called in hand? The Advent. So we can just dodge it anyways. And here, we're going to be getting out adding the M pen to hand, and we're going to be able to immediately normal summon, which we are going to do with the Robina. And then we're going to activate the Robina effect here, searching for the barrier statue. Here he's going to activate the Schism, banishing Abclone and the Aluber, summon out Winda, but that doesn't do much, unfortunately. And here we're going to be summoning out the M pen, activating the M pen effect here. You can ask Insulin to read it, that's fine. And I'm going to chain the Eaglin, the Eaglin to add back to hand. And here I think we search for the trap card. That seems like, are we not searching for the trap card here? Yeah, I'm going to say you absolutely search for the trap card here. There's no way I punted that bad. And here we're going to check the graveyard to make sure. And making sure that, and we're choosing to normal summon here, but we know he has that punishment. So if we choose to normal summon the that barrier statue, we're just going to get hit by the punishment, and then it's not going to do anything. So here we just we hit him with the Raigeki. And he's going to be able to protect it. We should have normal summoned the Stree and banished that opening first, but sometimes you just hit those misplays, right? Sitting there with Stree in our hands thinking, oh my. And we're in our battle phase here, and we're going to attack. We're not going to do any damage. We did get rid of that one that turned all our dragons into monsters. Or all our monsters into dragons. So M-Pen's going to attack into the Winda. Going to chain Dogmatic of Punishment here. Very, very good. But we still have our normal summon. We're going to chain the Advent. We're going to banish for cost. And here we're going to, search. And then we're just reading Dogmatic. I thought that it did. He didn't there for a second, and then he just was checking the card text. And we're explaining how it's because the monster is no longer there. It has nothing to target. Even though the target has paid for cost, I completely understand the reasoning behind why it could. But it checks on resolution. It checks on what you send. So if there's nothing there that you can look at, it doesn't really count. It sounds so ridiculous when we talk about just regular rulings like that. That's the way how Konami decided it was going to be ruled. So that's how it's ruled. That's just the base. You could argue about why it could or it couldn't for forever. But Konami said it can't, so it can't. Then we're going to add the Toucan here. Making sure we can add back that M-Pen during next turn. And here we gain 500 life points because of the Advent. Important that you note that down. As well as, we do have a regular normal summon. So here, do we normal summon the Toucan, activate the effect, add back, and then normal summon the barrier statue? Or do we just normal summon the barrier statue and pass? Here we're going to normal summon the Stree, activate the Stree effect. Banishing the prologue, I think the word, or destructive swordsman. And then we're not going to immediately normal summon. That's so weird. What are we doing? Why would I do that? Then he explains during this end phase how monsters would start being negated again, turn to defense position, but he does not have that monster in the field, so it does not happen. Here during the standby phase, main phase, he's going to attempt to go battle phase, and we're going to activate the Dreaming Town here. Letting us immediately normal summon. He reads it once again. Card's insane. And so yeah, so we immediately normal summon here. We're going for the Toucan. Toucan targeting the M-Pen as Chainlink 1, and then Rabina add back to hand as Chainlink 2. Then here he's going to activate the effect of the Mirror Jade. And he can send a few monsters here. He has Albion. To send the Albion, we do have the Stree. And then he's going to banish one of the monsters. And neither of them activate their effects. So, I mean, Toucan has activated his normal summon effect, but neither of them activate their banish effect. So it doesn't truly make any difference. He's going to banish the Toucan, so we don't have another normal summon, which makes sense to me. And then here we get to normal summon once again. We're going to normal summon the Eaglin. And that trap should be in graveyard currently. Oh, there we go. Fixed it up. We're going to activate the Eaglin effect, Chainlink 1, and then Chainlink 2 is going to be the Toucan. He doesn't have any more traps, or that possibly that one card in hand could be like a Veiler, or it can't be a Veiler because it's his turn, can't be an Imperm. Could be an Ash Blossom. We could have gotten hit by an Ash right here. That would have felt really bad. And then we're going to be normal summoning into the... Are we going to get greedy with the... There's no way we're getting greedy. We're going to go with the Imp. And I was going to say, there's no way we go Ryza right away. And we're going to activate some chain links here, adding the Stree back to hand, and then we're going to normal summon. Once again, after we add the spell card, which we're going to add the Advent, we're just getting all that dodge power here. And then we're going to probably normal summon the Stree, I believe. Normal summoning Stree, activating its effects, targeting the Albion in graveyard. We do not want that to stay there during the end phase. And then we're going to immediately normal summon, and I assume it's going to be that Rabina. Normal summon the Rabina, activating the effect here. And we have Ryza, so we can even deal with that Mirror Jade. Very, very good. We're going to add that Toucan to hand. And then I assume we're going to just immediately tribute summon for the Ryza. That's what we're going to do here. And so we're going to target some cards in the graveyard as well as on the field. One in grave, one in field, one in hand. And then we're going to chain the effect of the trap card to make everything go face down. Or we don't chain it. That makes sense. Happens on res, so we're going to put the trap card on the top of the deck, and then we're going to put the Mirror Jade on top of the deck. And then that's going to resolve. We're going to add back the M-Pen, and then on the end of the chain, we're going to be flipping them face down. I don't know why we did that. It doesn't really make any sense. I guess we kind of forgot about it. But now we know his top deck. It's going to be the punishment, which we have an out for, so. He's going to set a card. And unless that's Trap Tricks, he's going to enjoy drawing that punishment. And then we offer our deck to cut before we draw. Not too sure why he doesn't attack. I know that Winda could not attack, and I guess he doesn't really want to attack and make his monster die. He's going to activate the Trap Tricks. There's no way he had it. He's going to banish the Prologue. And here he realizes that, he's going to activate the effect. I do not catch that. He's locked under the effects of punishment right now. Yeah, he can't really summon anything here. He's locked under punishment. I think I asked here, can I read punishment? And he's just going to pull it up on his phone. Yeah, here's just pulling up punishment, reading on his phone. It does. The effect still resolves. It just resolves without the effect, if that makes any sense. So the card resolved. The restriction is locked. Then the effect is not negated. The activation was not negated. It just simply resolved, and it just couldn't resolve correctly. And because punishment says if this card resolves, it just resolves without effect. You're just locked. So here he unfortunately cannot summon out a fusion monster. But I just say you can just set whatever you want off of the trap tricks. There's really no reason to not let that. He wouldn't have done that if he would have known. It helped the both players to continue game state. We caught that in a reasonable time. The game state is 100% repairable. Here he's going to be. Looks like he's going to try to set that flash. Just checking that he doesn't have. Are you looking for the second one? I thought I just saw it right there. I did. So here's going to be able to set the flash. And we're going to take a second to read it. I don't think I played this one when I played the Destructive Swordman Buster Blader deck. So here we're going to be normal summoning the Toucan, adding the trap back to hand. Oh my. Now that's why we did that. Let's at least pretend. Then we're going to normal summon the Eaglin, activate the effect of the Stree, adding it back to hand. Then we're going to be able to add the M-Pen. Unfortunately, we do not have a way to get that Ryza back into the hand. White Hunter's playing 2 Ryza is good because you can bounce the one from deck. You're just going for a Ryza Lube at that point. If you don't want to bounce your own back, you would rather bounce a card on the field back. Having 2 just helps a lot out for that. But I don't know. It feels really weird to have 2 Ryzas in your deck. But I might try it out. We're going to enter battle phase here, and we're going to attack into the Destructive Sword. It's going to flip everything face. It's going to just banish everything. Okay. Card's pretty good. We're going to go into the main phase 2. We're going to activate the effect of the map, revealing the Stree, banishing the Robina. We love Robina. Robina loves us. And then Stree is going to be able to target the flash. And we're off on the races. We're going to be able to activate some card effects in the graveyard. We're going to be able to add. We did lose that Ryza, though. That's kind of unfortunate. We're going to normal summon the statue here. And we're going to be setting 2 cards and passing. We're getting pretty close to time here. We're going to activate the effect of the Dreaming Town, banishing to immediately summon the M-Pen. M-Pen effect's going to activate. We're going to see some other cards activate here. Adding back some of these monsters. Adding back 3 of them. Wow! And then we're going to get a search. I believe time is about to get called. We had another Advent. Holy. Then we're going to normal summon the Toucan. And then Toucan is going to target the M-Pen. We're going to add it back to hand. We're going to normal summon the Stree, activate the effect. Doesn't make a difference, but here we're just trying to banish whatever we can as fast as possible. Then we're going to go for a second M-Pen, activate the effect. Or no effect here. Here's reading the card. He's going to set 1 and pass. Here we're ending on 2 M-Pens. We're going to activate the Dreaming Town as well, banishing the Robina from hand. Be able to search. Now, making us up by 1,000 life points here. Searching for the map. We just wanted to be up by life points, right? We're getting as close to time as possible. This would here be pretty much time. And yeah, he drew into the punishment even though we shuffled it back. Wow, that's pretty wild. We see a hand bump, and with 2 M-Pens on the field, we take the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and well, we'll see you next time.